Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Lauren Looby and we're here at Minnesota State Mankato interviewing Tony DePoto for Wait Until Dark, the show that comes out October 13th and runs all the way through the 23rd. I'd like to introduce Tony. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, hello.
Good, thanks for meeting with me. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself?
Yeah.
I'm 24 years old. I'm from Danbury, Connecticut originally. I'm here in my third year obtaining my degree in acting and MFA. I really went backwards with that.
No,
by the way,
okay.
MFA acting, all in general. And this is my final year, yeah. And this is Wait Until Dark is my thesis show that I'm working on.
So tell us a little about your thesis. What do you have to do to complete that?
To complete that, it's 5 chapters. It's doing the show, and then there's paperwork that goes with it. So, yeah, the pre-production analysis is 1 chapter I have to do. Then I have to do a historical background and of the show, past and present productions of it. Then there's a live journal I do every day. Then there's a post-production, and then an appendix.
So just a small project.
Just a small 100-page paper.
Take you a few days. No.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the show. I understand that it was written by Frederick Knott in 1996, and it started as a stage play, I believe.
Written in '66. Yep. It was originally a stage play, and it's like a Alfred Hitchcock suspense thriller. It's got a lot of characters you're going to love, a lot of characters you dislike a lot, and it's about 3 con men basically trying to obtain a doll that's full of heroin that's in her house in Greenwich Village, New York, and they're trying to get it from her, and a chain of events happens, and it's quite interesting because it's the movie, which it's mostly known for, came out in 1967, starred Audrey Hepburn and Alan Arkin, and that's what really made its success. Then it was redone in 1998 on Broadway with Quentin Tarantino and Marissa Tomei. See, I did my chapter 2 in my research. It shows.
Well,
but yeah, it's a fun show. It's a great show. It's exciting. It goes quick. It's energetic.
So you mentioned there's a leading lady and these 3 con men. Now, I'm guessing you probably don't play the lady.
No, I'm not.
No, you seem like such a genuine, nice guy, and I know you personally, and we get along very well. How do you get in touch with this kind of deep, dark character that you always kind of seem to play?
That's a good question, Lauren. It's a lot of research in the character. It's especially for an actor to play a character that you have nothing in common with. You have to do research. You have to, first of all, research the time period. It takes place in mid to late 60s, so, what was the social status of Mike Talman, which is my character? What kind of person is he? And then developing a character, with every character I do, I start with myself, the body. How does this character walk? How does this character move? How does he speak? What's his habituals and stuff like that? So I start within to develop the character and make it external.
So what do you find the most challenging out of all of that built in together, finding the part of the role you're in or memorizing lines? I mean, out of the whole shebang, what do you think finding the most difficult?
The challenge? Well, I mean, I don't want to say lines. Lines is something that's, I always try to be word perfect on every show, and there's always going to be an A or an and that I say incorrectly or a the that I'm missing. But I don't want to say challenge, but is developing the character, I think, is one of the most enjoyable and fun part about the show, but it is challenging to really be someone completely different, because you don't want to see Tony on stage. You want to see Mike Talman.
Especially since you sound so different from this guy in
yes,
the show.
Yes.
So, completely opposite of that, then what was your favorite part of working on this show?
Favorite part was probably the cast as well as the director and the crew. I've worked with director Dr. Heather Hamilton before on Dracula. She's great to work with, and everyone in the cast too. There's a couple that I haven't worked with before, like Charisse, who's playing Susie, and Emily Ingalls, who's playing Gloria, and that's always fun and interesting to work with new actors that I've never worked with before. But it's such, everyone's on the same page, everyone's creative, it's such a positive atmosphere.
So who are some of the other characters you mentioned that, who are the other cast members you work with? You said
Charisse Stanker, she's playing Susie, which is the lead. She is Susie is the blind woman that lives in Greenwich Village. It's her apartment. Her husband is played by Marshall Stansby. He is Sam. And then the con men, you have myself, I'm Mike Talman. I'm kind of the charming but still criminal man. Then you have Stephen Lang, who plays Carlino, kind of the, I don't know how to put it, kind of the, he's a funny guy. He's kind of like the muscles and brawn of the group. And then there's Rob Kruger, who plays Roach. And he really is the sadistic kind of evil, I don't want to say evil one, but the bad guy.
Of the three.
Of the three. the schemester, the man that comes up with all the plans about how we're going to obtain this doll, and I know I'm missing people. I think we're okay right there.
Our main cast right there?
Our main cast is mostly right there.
Well, tell us why people should come see this show. What would be a good age range for this show as well?
Well, age range, probably, think of it like a PG-13 movie.
Okay.
Just because the last scene, the whole, I don't want to give anything away, but it's not because of language, it's just because of, I don't say content, it's just because of theme.
Sure. The mystery, almost horror side.
And it's a show that gets an audience's heart rate going. It's an exciting, it's once again a kind of thrilling show, and yeah, so let's say PG-13.
Okay, well, good. I'm really thankful for the interview. I kind of want to take a little turn on our interview.
No problem.
Now, have you ever seen Inside the Actors Studio?
I have, with James Lipton, yes.
Exactly, yes. For our viewers at home, if you haven't seen Inside the Actors Studio, it's hosted by James Lipton, who is an acting teacher. And he has this show out in California as well as he hosts in New York City. And he teaches at an acting school, and he does an interview with different actors, actresses, comedians in front of a live studio audience. So he has some questions that he tends to ask some of his favorite actors, and I'm going to ask one to one of my favorite actors, Mr. DePoto.
This is
All right, no pressure. Ready? What is your favorite word?
My favorite, it could be anything.
Any word. Well, let's keep it PG-13 like we said.
My favorite word would probably be joy. Simple, just J-O-Y, joy.
Does it have any significance?
Just to be happy and grateful in life, so joy.
And I love that. That contradicts your character again completely. It's good. That's why it's good to get to know you a little bit deeper. What is your least favorite word?
My least favorite would be hate.
What a guy. You can't hate this guy. Just kidding. All right. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love? But anyone's ever seen Saturday Night Live? What's the character? I forgot who was portraying him, but they had Dustin Diamond on it, and that's all I'm thinking in my mind. So someone out there, YouTube it, okay? SNL Dustin Diamond skit. You'll know what I'm talking about.
So opposite end of the spectrum, going with your least favorite word. What do we hate? What sound really gets under your skin?
Sound gets under my skin. Oh, nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, of course.
And back to the other question. So sound I do love would be I love a babbling brook. I don't know why. I just love a babbling
and walks
brook.
on the beach.
And walks on the beach.
Perfect. There we go. All right. So what profession other than you own would you really like to have?
Other than an
actor. Yeah.
I always wanted to be either a physical trainer or a nutritionist.
Do you find yourself fairly active in your everyday life? Mm-hmm. Just running and
Yep.
Do you have a favorite sport you like to play?
I am a golfer.
Oh.
I love golf.
There we go.
It's the only sport I did in high school. Not a jock. Golf team's cool. And marching band.
And you can do it at any age.
You can.
It's a way to go.
You never have to retire.
So what profession other than your own would you not like to do?
Ooh, would I not like to do? Oh, that's a tough one. Let's see. Probably what I would not like to do.
Maybe something indoors, or since we have this kind of.
It is fun. I went to school originally in college to be an elementary ed major in history, and now looking back on it, I switched to the land of make-believe of theater halfway through. So I guess probably a kindergarten teacher. I give them so much credit. I give them so much credit.
It's a hard
God bless
job.
them. I cannot do it. So.
If you can't act, teach, or is it if you can't teach, act?
Something like that.
Something along those lines. All right, my last question for you.
Okay.
If heaven exists and you hear God at the pearly white gates, what do you want him to say to you?
What would I want God to say at the pearly white gates?
That's it.
Oh, there's so many clever answers I could probably come up with right now. Welcome. We'll just go with that.
Good.
Welcome. I hopefully come on the right list.
Perfect.
So I'm not going to be sent downstairs. Okay, good.
Any last words about your show, or that you'd like to say to the viewers?
Come see it. It's a great show. It's fun. Once again, PG-13, but I think between the ages of 13 and 90, anyone can enjoy this show. It's a lot of fun. It's exciting, and have fun.
Yeah, definitely come see Wait Until Dark. Like I said, October 13th through the 23rd. Shows are at 7:30 and 2 o'clock matinees. There'll also be 3 matinees. Hop on YouTube. Hop on msutheater.com to buy your tickets or to check out more about the show. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you, Lauren.